Alrighty, hello. Welcome back to Forgotten City, part 4. At the end of the last stream, I was struggling a little bit on where to go to next, what to do, because it was an obvious branch in what you can do. You can either confront the god, follow the voices, or I feel like just create the paradox. But before I get into that, because it's the start of another stream, if anyone is jumping into this, this is a game that's better off blind, going into it knowing nothing, because it has an overarching question that needs to be answered, and if you know the answer to the question, then the game wouldn't be as good. You can't play through the game without knowing, because then it would just be obvious. It won't be fun. There's no sense of discovery. So if you find any part of this at any point interesting and you want to experience it for yourself, just close off the stream, buy it, play it, and then come back, watch it, because you'll see how everyone will play it differently. I also think I'm getting really close to the end here. Like, I have part of the question solved. So I hope you enjoy.
Are they?
Alrighty. Now last night I was just non-stop thinking about this game. Actually, I think I might fix my face cam a little bit. I'm a little bit to the side. That'll do. It's a bit better. So last night I was thinking quite a bit about this game, what I wanted to do next, and so what I really want to do is Obi recognizes your voice. Really? Obi! Inca! Oh no, Obi. Yeah. So you with Granny at the moment? Or are you looking after Obi? So one thing I really want to do is overthrow the election. And I was having trouble with that because I have to find a way to get evidence or dirt on Malleolus. And I haven't got evidence, so the way I can think about it is I can try and talk to the assassin. Maybe I can get some hard evidence, or maybe even some sort of confrontation. And then the other one as well is I haven't had a chance. You ate Grants? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're house sitting, aren't you? Why'd you eat Granny? What the fuck's wrong with you? Yeah, and the other thing is Claudia. I haven't had a chance to speak to Claudia, so because she doesn't want me there. So I don't know how I get an audience with her. And then another thought I had was, what if I save Ulia's life, the one who's getting poisoned, but do not save Olpus's life? That way, she will still be a slave. and I wonder if that's got some kind of connection with Malleolus that I can exploit. So that's what I'm thinking of at the moment. And I think all of that I can't do this loop. So either I start a new loop. Actually, if I...
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky little stirkers? If I cop it here for... What now?
Can I still... No, because he knows I've been in there, I can't
Just
do
remember,
a tribute to get in.
I'll be watching.
Anonymous friend to Octavia, may the Lord bless and keep you. I'm sorry I cannot discuss with this person, but if I am right, then you're a believer like me. You may not be able to worship openly here, but know that you are not alone. If you need somewhere to pray, a special place waiting you deep in the caves behind the theatre. Turn right at the first fork, and again at the second. Okay, but that was fine, the locked gate, I got that. What I just seen pitch black, I was like, what the hell? I want to get past that door that's under the big temple on the top of the hill.
I hope you have a good... Ah, you've returned. Do you have any news about your investigation? Of course. What is it?
I'm gonna tell him...
Yes?
I'm gonna tell him that Malleolus breaks it.
Why do you say that? What? That's... I'm speechless. How do you know? Of course, this isn't your first loop, is it? Well then, you must stop him from winning the election. I expect you'll need some kind of leverage on him, but I can't be seen to be involved in this, of course, so you'll be on your own. You'd better not waste any time, and Meswada, goddess of persuasion, go with you. You mean to say you've tried every non-lethal measure you can? Well then, in that case, as much as it pains me to do so, I must act decisively to ensure the survival of my people. As magistrate, I hereby declare him an enemy of Rome and authorize his execution by your hand, forthwith. Any way you can. I would think that bow you're carrying should suffice. I don't believe so, no. It's not a crime to carry out the lawful order of a magistrate. So now you're an expert on Roman law, are you? Listen to me. We are cut off from the Empire down here, fending for ourselves on the brink of annihilation. If ever there was a time to dispense with legal procedure, it would be now. Think of it as an act of preemptive self-defense. Think of the lives you'll be saving. Thank you.
I'll give it a go.
Please act quickly before it's too late.
You again? What is it now? Are you insane? You barge into my villa uninvited and then make outrageous demands? Why would I withdraw from an election I'm bound to win?
But that's not a bluff. Because if you don't, I am going to kill you. I have permission to. It's not a bluff.
You fool.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
It's not a bluff. I have permission. It's not murder.
What kind of trickery is this?
Excuse me. Hello. Done. Oh man, am I gonna die? Oh! Fuck! I didn't hear her come in.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Just like Diana's.
Alright, let's just do that again, but I'll just actually kill him and see what happens at the election. Because then Galerius will go in.
Of course. Yeah. Why do you... What? That's... I'm speechless. Well, I can't be seen to be... You'd better not waste any time. And Meswada, goddess of persuasion, go with you. Good. Thank you.
Wait, did I do it? They didn't give me a quest marker this time, so I'm a little confused, but alright.
The many shall
Really?
suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh. I feel like something went wrong there. I felt like that shouldn't be counted as breaking the golden rule. But if the gods think it did... Alright.
Salve, friend. Mind telling me who you are and what you're doing with that bow on your back? Oh.
Okay, ba-ba-ba. I want him to do that.
Yulia? Oh no.
That's
Poor
fine.
Virgil.
Thinking of that.
Poor Rufius too, I guess.
I want to talk to the assassin. And I want him to still die, so I don't pay off the debt.
I'll go, but once I'm done, I'll need you to tell me how you know all of this.
Are you saying it didn't break the golden rule? I wouldn't think it would. Unless for some reason we're thinking that
Catch the drops of water.
the god determined I was breaking the golden rule because I orchestrated all of that. That's the only way that I think it would break the golden rule. But I
No time to explain.
think
I'm
it
supposed
wouldn't.
to give you the Sylphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here. I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to
Help! You have to do something. A man arrived in the baths. Real nasty. You have to do something. Thank you. I have to hide. What? All right, fine.
Stop right there. I'm looking for Tiberius Quinctius Crispus, otherwise known as Quinctius. Do you know where he is? I'm not sure I believe that, so allow me to explain something to you. I am here with orders from Emperor Nero himself to find and execute the cultist Quinctius for terrible crimes against the Empire. So, if you tell me the truth, I will allow you to live. But if you lie to me, is that understood? Thank you. Now tell me, who are you people, and what is this place? Oh, how very welcoming of you. You want me to let my guard down, is that it? You're not going to get your claws into me. I was told Quinctius was a cultist, but I never thought he'd be foolish enough to lead me right to the heart of his mystery cult. Oh, don't play coy with me. I don't care if you're worshipping Bacchus, Magna Mater, or Christ. You lot are all the same to me. Always sneaking off to your secret sanctuaries, indoctrinating each other with your little mantras. The Emperor may have tolerated your activities up until now, but after what Quinctius did, those days are numbered. You say that, but if you're not a cult, then... So you admit you're not allowed to leave. That sounds an awful lot like a cult to me. And I saw the inscription saying, "The many shall suffer for this." You've clearly been Now tell me, where did... You lot are practicing human sacrifice too. You people disgust me. Of course you'd say
No, we know
but
which
that's
one.
what your kind do, isn't it? Our God told us to do it. It's all clear to me now. The secret sanctuary, the indoctrination, the mantra, the human sacrifice. You're cultists. There's no doubt in my mind. What baffles me is how a person can believe in something. However, you still have a chance to redeem yours. Then you're of no use to me. Do you have any last words?
Jesus Christ, you're an idiot. Do you? Ooh, oh, that's such a burn. I like that. Oh, damn, I'd like to see him get turned into a statue, but
And there's a simple explanation for that. I lied. But if you want to know the truth before you die, here it is. Once I'm done with you and Quintius, I intend to kill every last one of you wretched degenerates. And I can think of nothing I'd enjoy more.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
They're turning us to gold.
yeet. Yo, Sentius can fucking run. Oh, excuse me. Okay, the assassin's not going to tell me anything I don't know. All he does is point to you to who Quintius is. I need evidence. I think I need to speak to Claudia, so that's why I'm thinking if I don't stop Elvis or Ilua from being a slave, they might be like my person on the inside, almost. So that's what I'm thinking with that.
Salve, friend. Oh. Yulia. Alright, let me... Poor bird. I'll go.
Salve, friend. I'm Octavia. Welcome to life under the Golden Rule. It's a ghastly thing, is it not? How are you faring so far? Ah, another Stoic. We've all
I don't
been
think there's a
where you
way
are
I
now.
can convince her I'm Christian.
I remember
and
when
she
I
lets,
first arrived. I still...
me go to place at the back.
Even if I had seen it, and I'm not saying I have, what you're doing is disgusting, and it's not going to work. Shame on you. All right, well, it was lovely to...
I can't believe this is how it ends.
Neither can I.
No. Orpheus, what are you doing? Get back from there. If you lose your balance, you'll fall.
That's the idea.
What? Why? Why would you want that?
Why do you think I'm stuck for the rest of my life working for a man who treats me like an animal?
I know things are hard for you right now. They're hard for all of us. We're all in this together, Ulpius. Please just think this
Professor
through.
Octavia.
If you do this,
Fucking
it could be
hell.
the sin that seals all of our fates. Is that what you want?
I'm sorry, but I just don't care anymore.
Please, Ulpius. Help him. If he goes through with it, it could be the end for us all.
Don't worry about
I
it.
don't know what to do. I've never had to deal with this sort of thing. Please, you need to talk to him.
I will. It's alright. Where's my mouse? There we go. Alright, I'll talk
Thank you.
to him.
And please, choose your words carefully.
Don't worry about it.
I'm out. Wherever you are. Centillon, my love. I'm sorry.
Ulpius,
Oh,
no!
it's terrible.
I can't believe he went through with it. Oh Lord. That poor lamb. That was
my
not
fault?
your fault. There's no way you could have given him what he wanted, moments after you arrived. I'll have to let everyone know what happened. And I guess Malleolus will have to clean up the mess in his villa. It's of his own making, after all. And I'd best pray for poor Ulpius.
Oh, off you go. Alright, I think I might bribe my way in. Because that might, I haven't done that. That might give me an option to talk to Malleus and it not be, "You're trespassing," blah blah blah.
Isn't the
Hello.
great temple majestic?
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day.
There isn't an option.
Malleolus, of course.
Okay, is that because I've got the key? I think it's because I've got the key. Because why would I bribe? Just let myself in.
Thank you. Thank you. I am delighted and... Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a hefty tribute, so you must have been desperate to see me. Well, what do you want? I'm Malleolus, and if it wasn't for this interruption, I'd be practicing my victory speech for the election later today. I'm glad you asked. I'll finally restore freedom to this city, just as I've been promising. These good people have suffered long enough under Sentius's tyranny. By declaring there's no such thing as the Golden Rule, it's a children's fable exploited by Sentius to frighten us into submission. Wait, don't tell me you've fallen victim to that monstrous lie? Nonsense! There's no way you can prove that. If it was real and you'd seen someone break it, then you'd be dead already.
Okay. I'm reliving the same day over and over again. Gun was broken each time. I read a book called The Myth of the Golden Rule, who obviously died because they refused to accept the Golden Rule. What would it take to prove to you it's real? Books, notes, even if I can't prove it, if I'm right, then accepting it will avert disaster. If I'm wrong, then accepting it will make the city a better place. Isn't that a good thing? He wouldn't accept notes and books because he would be like, anyone could write that. Oh, it's a children's fable. Anyone writes that. Blah blah blah. He's not going to believe that. He's not going to believe written things. So I can only hit him with logic.
I disagree. I'll be guided by what is best for the city's people, and that means giving them the freedom to do as they wish.
I didn't even try anything.
You mean that book next to a golden statue in the theater? Tell me, how do you know that statue wasn't put there by Sentius himself? You can't know, can you? Surely, you're not one of those people who believes everything you read. As if a lie could be transformed into the truth by the simple act of writing it down. What? Oh, I see what's happening here. Another poor, vulnerable soul taken in by Sentius's machinations. He won't get away with this much longer.
I can prove I'm reliving the same day over and over again. Tell me your deep dark secret, and I'll tell you in the next loop how I know it.
True, but that is simply because you are mistaken.
Dude, you're such an asshole. I'm gonna hit you with this banger. Yeah, look at that. Huh? Your deep dark secret, how I know it.
My name is Marcus Malleolus Gurgis. You seem to have confused me with someone else. You mean my heterochromia? I am guilty of nothing more than having different coloured eyes. And I'm hardly the only person with the condition. Alexander the Great had it too, as it happens. I like to think it is simply the way the gods have chosen to mark a natural-born ruler. Nothing more. Well, I am not suffering from any delusions, as today's election will firmly establish. That's quite all right. We all make mistakes. I trust you can see yourself.
Okay. I want to speak to Claudia. Let's see if,
Boy! How did you get in there, you cheeky little sturkers?
I can't hear you.
Welcome.
Sorry, I'm still a bit out of it. Galerius just saved my life. Was there something you wanted? Lucretia says I'm supposed to rest. You mean my life story? Our father found good husband. It was a good life for a while. We must have had 100 workers, but they fell on deaf ears. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could. I remember diving into the river. Thank you. But to be honest, sometimes I think dying in that fire might have been a blessing, given what's happened since. All right.
Maybe a little bit of time, and she returns back to...
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
Another thing I haven't done is I haven't given this guy a golden bow.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune. Hello there, friend. May I say that...
What? Is the stream not working? Oh, you were part of last stream. Yeah, I ended up just reinstalling it to a different drive, and that worked. You're not talking about this current stream. No, I'll get there eventually. I just have to go through things and maybe redo conversations. Like this, I haven't done this conversation.
Are you well, stranger? Have you been out in the sun too long? You seem a little... confused? Perhaps you should go and see Lucretia in a clinic. Very well.
Okay.
A new face.
Ave, and may... Oh my. We'd have Hercules, Sisyphus and finally... So it... As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were... The problem is, those are the stories of a poet. First, it's said, the god of the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her into marriage. It is. The gods are a mirror image of mankind, as far as cruelty is concerned, I'm afraid. If the stories are true, I imagine she's as desperate to escape as we are. If she really did help Orpheus and Sisyphus, perhaps she'll help us too. The problem is, how do we communicate with her? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I don't suppose you've come across one of those in your travels? Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia.
That might just be an issue for you if no one else has experienced it.
What kinds of thing does it say? Fascinating. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Wait against the current, yeah.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that. Right, because the current flows into the city through the aqueduct and into the upper cistern. I vaguely recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate.
Okay, that's
but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Okay.
May Fortuna guide...
I wonder if there's anything I might need in there too. But that's one of the branching paths, and that's not really a path that I want to go down there yet, but...
Whatever are you wearing?
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name? We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break... Is that about... Seems rather brash. I think it's best if I hang on to it. You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived non-citizen with access to our water supply, the lifeblood of this city? I'm sorry, but that is simply out of the question.
You can trust me.
Yes, our water supply. From you. I wasn't born yesterday. Poisoning a city's water supply is the oldest trick in the Codex. Quite literally. Aeneas the Tactician wrote a siegecraft manual for military commanders some 300 years ago, recommending the poisoning or pollution of cisterns. And I'm beginning to wonder if the culprit we're looking for might, after all this, be you. Perhaps it was a mistake on my part to place so much trust in you. I doubt that very much, since I'll be keeping the key around my neck at all times from now on. But in any case, was there something else?
He's now going to keep the key around his neck. Therefore, if the golden rule breaks on his dead body, there's going to be a key.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
Alright, cheers, thanks for that. Alright,
Keep an eye out for Santella, would you?
Oh, and one thing that I haven't done, I haven't insulted the bar lady.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you? Ah, you're here. And, you're not like... How dare you? Get away from me, you pig.
Really?
Oh, do us all a favour and drink...
Alright. I have to be like, stop it. Oh, but you go on. I guess that's kind of hitting on her, so... Fuck. Or I can just use my bow in the water, which is interesting. I'm collecting bottles of wine. I think that might be for the bar lady. Interesting. still having a cry. Maybe.
Greetings and salutations. Greetings. I'm George. My friend. And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you something about Greeks and Romans. My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpina. I am flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman. Plus, I have no hair left to pull. But my point is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plague you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Dooley. He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people.
Treasure?
And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
Oh no, you still got it.
I hope that our paths cross.
Recording game. Okay. Maybe that's it.
Ah, a new face. Salve. I hear we have you to thank for saving.
Yeah,
Nice.
Fuck you.
Salve and welcome. Oh, I try not to worry about it. I mean, if people are nice to each other, we won't have anything to worry about, will we? Thanks.
Have you met?
And I like your teeth.
That's a great line.
They're so white. And your clothes. Oh, I bet my friend Georgius would like to get a look at you. And I'm sure he'd love to chatter about the Golden Rule with you too. He'll be just across the forum in his shop. What? You've been here a few moments and you're desperate to get out already? Why not give the place a chance before you try to leave? Good people here. Galerius works hard on the farm so I can put food on our tables, and Lucretia tries to keep us healthy. My friend Georgius is always mending our clothes, and Virgil makes sure these old walls don't fall down around us. Well, he does his best. I'm just saying, there are worse places you could live out your days. Well, I can tell from your funny accent you're not from around here, but that doesn't mean you don't belong, does it? Oh, there's not much to tell. I mostly just bake bread and try to help out where I can. I suppose it all started about 8 months ago. I was living in Rome with my family when I got sick. Terrible timing.
Game's telling
my
me I haven't
pa
had
had
this
just arranged a husband
but
for me.
surely
A fisherman's son. I was about to meet him for the first time when I came down with an awful fever. I spent the next week in bed. Pa paid priests to make offerings to Asclepius, a white rooster, then a goat. But nothing worked. In the end, they decided I'd do better outside the city. Clean air in the countryside would do me good, they said. But after about a day in a carriage on the Appian Way, I was getting worse, not better. I remember closing my eyes for a bit, and I guess I must have fell asleep, because when I opened them again, I was in a forest by a river.
Really?
I suppose the driver took off with his fee and left me for dead. Can't say I blame him. I wouldn't have wanted to catch what I had either. Anyway, I went searching for help, stumbled across the trapdoor temple, and here I am. It's nice of you to say, but you should save your sympathy. Lots of people here need it more than I do. All right. Thanks again for taking care of our problem.
How do you know that was me, though? Alrighty. I wonder how...
All
That's quite
weapons
an
are to be
impressive
tossed
bow
into
you
the
have
chasm.
there.
Magistrate's
Just like
orders.
Diana's.
I might just talk to Claudia, because she might give me advice on how to actually approach her.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Yes, I am.
Talk. What business could you possibly have with me?
I've had this conversation, unless I died, so therefore it's not. So, because I haven't actually triggered this, that's why I've been having issues.
My marital affairs are no concern of yours. Thank you very much. An intriguing
what I
proposition.
need.
Go on. Perhaps you're not as silly as those clothes make you look. What makes you say that? You know, I
Okay.
may have the very
Alright,
thing
I'm just an
you're
idiot and I
looking
really
for.
needed to do it
Some
again.
time ago, when he still cared for me, he wrote me a love letter. Only, he used the wrong name.
Really?
Now, addressing one's wife by the wrong name is not unheard of among philandering Romans. But in this case, the name he got wrong was his own. I confronted him about it, and he stammered through some incoherent response. I let it go, eventually, and yet questions have lingered in the back of my mind ever since. But wait a minute. Why exactly are you helping me?
I mean, just be honest.
To withdraw. Listen, I may not be Penelope to his Ulysses, but to ruin his plans to become a magistrate?
Yes.
You must think me quite mad. I've heard enough. Get out of here at once.
At least listen to reason.
Demetrius, come quickly. We're being robbed.
You move quick.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
It wasn't... That was the second time I spoke to her. I said I was there to rob her, but obviously that was part of this cohesive length of loops. The first time I spoke to her, I was trying to speak nicely and ask her about her story, but obviously I've died, and so that loop got cut off and never happened. So that's what I think's happened there. I was
The
gonna say,
many
what the
shall
fuck?
suffer
How come that didn't break the
for the
golden rule? What do
sins
you
of the
mean? What do you mean? That was so delayed! That was so delayed! What the fuck? I was like, what? You're gonna do me like that? Oh, really? Alright, I think I looped the key. Oh my god. That completely mind-fucked me for a second. No, I don't think I got the key. He said he'd carry it on him. No. Huh. Okay.
Salve. Oh.
Okay.
Yulia.
So I want that. I want that. I want that.
Alright.
I don't want that. Go.
I'll go, but once I'm done...
Okay, I also need to talk to Valerius again to get him to run for election.
Fear is proof of a degenerate.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Alright, this is a robbery.
You're not supposed to talk. You know, now I let it go, but
I feel like she wouldn't accept, I'd rather not say, so I might as well do that, but then she might be, I'm a taken woman.
oh, aren't you charming? I'm quite sure my husband
Okay.
would seethe with impotent rage if he overheard you say that. I love it. It seems our interests are aligned. I imagine knowing his true identity will give me the leverage I need to manage him appropriately. But first, I need you to do something for me. I want you to bring me some
Oh, she
wine.
wants one.
Just one small urn should do
I've got
it.
plenty.
Oh, don't look at me like that. I know this must be hard for you to wrap your sweet little pleb head around.
Yeah, you want to drink your sorrows.
So what do you need me to spell out?
Really, I don't need to ask, but...
Let me tell you something about Malleolus. He talks a lot about freedom, but what he doesn't tell you is that he means freedom for men. After all I've done for him, counseling him through his entire election campaign, and he had the audacity to lock me in here. He said it was for my own good, and that my drinking was unbecoming of a lady, let alone the wife of a magistrate. I'll show him unbecoming. Tonight, at his victory party, I'm going to get good and merry, and if he tries to discipline me again, I'll threaten to expose his true identity in front of everyone. I am so looking forward to it. So you'll help me?
Of course.
Thank you.
Relieve that, not much wine.
Here's the letter.
Quintius to beloved Claudia. For a time I despaired at the thought of being trapped here for the rest of my life, but then I met you, and discovered that as long as I am with you, I'm exactly where I should be. Mere words cannot express my affection for you, and I will perform a grand gesture in your honor. I will become this city's magistrate, so that I may govern with wisdom and strength, with you by my side.
Now, perhaps you can tell
Damn,
me
he
who
writes a love letter
Quintius
but makes
really
it about
is.
himself. Da fuck. Bouncing left and like the person who started the fires in Rome last year.
What? He's... Oh no. That's... quite a lot more serious than I imagined. I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know.
No, I think I'll hang on to it. She's gonna get real mad. Sure, you can have this one. Always get another copy. It's burn, and then what? Lying to her, so you can have it, and nobody else will know. Do I have multiple copies? No, of course. I can just go get a copy now.
Thank you. Now, I appreciate your, discretion in this matter. I think it's best if you go now. We'll speak no more of this.
Yeah, thank you. Have I got another copy? Bounty notice, yeah. Cool.
Domitius doesn't usually let anyone in here without a heft... Are you in... Why would I... So... It finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you... What? One of Nero's assassins? So, you're not going to kill me?
No one's in debt bondage with him. I've paid it off. He might be, that's too much. I can't do that if I say debt bondage. If I just make him withdraw from the election, he might accept that.
So much work for nothing. Ugh. If I do it, you'll let me live?
Yes.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Domitius notify the priestess of my withdrawal. There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
Too easy. Alright, let's go speak to Galerius. Yo. Sorry, I was just reading the subtitles of Malleolus telling Domitius to have him withdraw from the the election. Is Galerius over here?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Equita is notifying everyone.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and it worked. How is it possible? You're a bit like Sisyphus. He was forcing him. Tantalus. Oh, and Ixion.
Yeah, at least that.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get. So, anytime from now, I'm go. Oh, and if our conversations.
Cool.
I saw you slide down that rope before, and strange. Oh, of course. It's because I all. Anyway. What? How did you know? Oh, Venus, that is the... I wish... All I can... Thank you, friend. But in the rock tunnel, near the... Unfortunately, one of... If you can...
Yep.
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, but... He did? Oh, that was... unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that. Well, I guess it's time for me to step up then. I'll let Equitia know I'll be running.
Cool.
All right, friend. Hope you find a way to break that...
Alright, let's talk to Bar Lady. She's been a real fucking pain to talk to. Oh, is this thing gonna happen again? Nope, cool.
Oh, you're here. And you're not... What was that? Some kind of joke? If it was, it wasn't funny. I take back what I said. Let's just forget that ever happened.
When I'm not hitting on her. What's it? I was hitting on her with another option?
Ugh, let it...
Fuck's
All
sake.
right.
You're such a bitch. Okay. I need to speak to the men of the place and get them to work for Galerius. Soldiers still walking around? Yes.
Don't believe a word. Shalom, friend. Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to be insane. Galerius, the farmer. He's a good man, but I think he's more valuable on the farm than as magistrate.
I can't convince you. Can I at least talk to you about this? No, he doesn't give a shit. He refuses to hear the truth. Okay.
Name's Rufius. Galerius. Sorted out my rheumatism. for the first time.
Okay, cool.
Fine. See
Thank you very
around.
much. One for Galerius, one for Sentius.
Ah, a fellow traveler. Greeting. My Galerius. Did you?
Wonderful.
But I
Two
hope.
for Galerius.
Ah, a new face. Salve, and welcome to
I
our
don't
little
want to set up
community.
Bandicam.
My name's
but
impossible
instead,
to
how about I
pronounce
set
for
up a
most people,
handicam?
so you can
It's
just
just
call
a
me
camera
Virgil.
that just points
I hear
at my
we have you
crotch
to
and
thank
see me
for
do a
saving
hand.
Julia's life. I'm glad you arrived. Galerius, definitely.
Wonderful.
All right. Nice to talk.
So that's why I get Galerius to go and do all the shit, because they're like, oh my god, he's a hero. He's sorting out all the problems in the town. Amazing dude.
Salve. Hello there, friend. Well, I'll take your word for it. Now you're talking, I'm interested. Oh, that's a little excessive, don't you think? It's not the bow of Ulysses we're talking about. All right. But I'm going to need you... Well, how do I know I can trust you?
I've got a golden bow. That's why you can trust me that I know where to get a golden bow. Think your chances, I'm afraid. Oh, that's a good line. Oh, straight from his mouth.
I suppose you're right. All right, you drive a hard bargain, but here's your money. Now, the location of that bow.
I hope I'm not getting myself in an issue when I've done all this setup. I hope he doesn't just go and steal it.
What? But I already knew that, you imbecile. Everyone knows that. I can't take that golden bow because stealing from the goddess in her own shrine would break the golden rule. You promised to tell me where I could get one of my own.
Yes. You can take it and you'll be able to keep it for the rest of your life.
What is this? Some kind of joke? I don't believe this is happening.
It's his own shit! I'm doing it to him! Oh, this is fucking great!
Don't even talk to me.
Yes!
Don't even talk to me.
Okay, I won't find out who he's voting for, but fuck him. Oh, that was satisfying as shit. Oh, that was so fucking good. Oh my god. It's his own fucking rules that I've done it to him. Oh, shit. I mean, you wanted a bow. There's a bow right there. He's not using it anymore, so it's not stealing. Alright, there's one more guy to speak to.
That's quite an impressive bow.
Well, who are you voting for now?
Oi! How did you get in there? What now? I'm not going.
Oh. That might be an issue.
Whatever.
If this still breaks the golden rule, he might be doing something, or Malleolus might be doing something.
What
and
is
he's
it,
gonna vote for Sentius, so... Hold on. 2, 3. 3 votes for Galerius. 2 for Sentius?
Not that it's any of your business.
Yeah.
Alright?
Alright, so it should be fine. If I've got that right. Yeah, no, yeah, Ulfus is gonna vote for Sentius. He's voting for Sentius. Virgil, fuck the Greek guy. They're voting for him, Galerius. What am I missing?
That's quite an impressive bow.
Oh, he's
you
voting
have
for
there.
Galerius. Yeah.
Just like Diana's.
Yeah, okay. I'm not missing anyone. Unless he's not gonna go vote. Supposedly. Mayolis, is he gonna go? Is he gonna vote for anyone? He might not want to talk to me.
Leave me be.
Okay. We'll just have to wait and see, I guess. I'm gonna call it early. Unless there's
How
something else
come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
thing to do. I've already ruined my chances with the bar lady. There's no one else I can speak to, so I want to see how the election takes place. If Galerius wins,
Isn't the great
I get
temple majestic?
Dulius's key?
A
Treasure?
new face. Are they? It must be. It'll be between. Why do you? As I said, I'm. Very well. Citizens, it is time. Let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Time to go to the theater.
Yeah, where the fuck are you going? Someone not going, awfully going in the right direction. Georgius is voting for Galerius. I'm very suspicious. So, Sentius, Galerius, Sentius.
Citizens,
No.
we have a quorate body
idea.
of voters gathered here
Galerius,
to elect the
Sentius,
city's
Galerius.
magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus
Maybe I fucked
and
up.
late nominee Gallus Galerius Helver. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier
Sentius,
today.
Galerius,
As agreed,
no
we
idea.
shall dispense with ballots and candidates will
Galerius,
abstain from
Sentius,
voting.
Galerius.
Let's make this quick. As I say your
Alright.
name, call your vote.
We might
I'll
be
start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend.
What are you two doing?
Sentius.
Virgil.
He said
The man who
Sentius.
put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Oh, really?
Rufius.
The man who
He changed his
treated my
mind.
rheumatism.
Okay,
Galerius.
fantastic.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helver.
What?
It has been decided.
What?
Magistrate Galerius, would you like to make a brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you've put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Fantastic. Alright, so they just wanted to see how the election went.
We're finally alone. See, nothing really. It won't be long before the Golden Rule is broken and everything will be reset. I dare say it won't affect me in the slightest. thank you.
Fair enough. I guess the paradox hasn't happened.
Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Okay, that's just that. Thank you. I might do a cheeky save.
Hello? Oh, it is you. Then, thank you. You're a big helper. I was locked up, but they let me out again. You can have my shiny plaque, and maybe you can help me find my treasure. My friend Hannibal used to look after me.
Yeah, I'll find your treasure.
And he said he always would. But then he died. But before that, he told me if anything ever happened to him, I had to find something very precious. He gave me a key to the cisterns and told me to keep it safe. He said there's something very precious way up high. Please help me find it. Please. I had to keep it a secret until I found someone I could trust. Oh, thank you. Here's the key.
Thank you very much.
Hope you find it. In the cisterns. Way up high, Hannibal said. Oh, look over there. Something shining. Is it treasure?
No.
Maybe it is treasure. I could see it for myself. So pretty. And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody wants it anymore. Maybe no one will mind if I just take it.
Don't you dare.
The many shall suffer
Motherfucker!
for the sins of the one.
Instantly! Lomeo. Let's get some cash. Excuse me. Dude, instantly! But I've got the key. Alright, cool, we've reached the election. Do I just make you do everything? Why not? Just in case we need everyone to be alive.
Oh.
Real name is Quincy Sancta Claudia that narrows sense of ground they tell him to return the ownership and releases that bondsman. Wow. Is there any reason I need that to be done?
What?
Fuck it, we'll do it anyway.
You're serious, aren't you? I doubt... I'll go.
Wait, is that gonna get you killed? There's no way that he'll pass on a message or let you through. I have to follow him. first let's talk to the ballad. Oh, no, yeah. Excuse me.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the draught of
Alright. Bitch.
Ah, you're here. And, you're not...
Am I able to charm you? I'm pretty sure you didn't like that because it was too forceful. You didn't like that because you didn't understand what the fuck I said. That was awful. So not interested?
Oh, I see. You prefer the company of men. Maybe you
Hello.
should go and make friends with Virgil instead. I take back what I said. Let's just forget.
Really?
All right.
Okay. There is no way to woo her. That's what I'm getting. From that, I've tried all those options. There's no way she ever is interested. She's just a total fucking cow.
All weapons are to be tossed into the chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Yeah, cool.
I was just doing what the new guy told me.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much for acting as quickly as you did. I really needed more.
What? Excuse me? How did he... Well, fuck, how did he do that? From a distance. Have you done it all? No, he's waiting for this guy.
Salve, Ruffius. I hear your rheumatism has you so riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is
Imagine someone
nobody's
just
business
popping up
but
to you
mine.
and knowing your
There's no
knowing
need for
your
that.
secrets.
I just
and
wanted to
thought
give you
were,
this
like,
willow
super,
bark
like,
to help you treat it.
A treatment?
ninja about it.
Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
Alright, I want to see how this goes.
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What?
Oh, we could hear him.
You're not going to listen to this, dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded.
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
Is he still going to give him the cash? Okay. I need to go up that way anyway.
Citizen.
What?
What?
Was
Are
he
you
on his
messing with
way
me?
to kill himself?
I wouldn't do that. You're both free.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Iulia immediately.
Cool. Alright. Into the cisterns. fuck's happening? Oh, I had to unlock the other side too. Fuck. What the fuck? Oh my god! He's an absolute asshole! He fucking kidnapped his own daughter for what cause? For what reason?
You? Who are you? Did he send you? Do you know you're here? You have to help me escape.
You're absolutely
before that
right.
monster comes back.
As if this doesn't break the golden rule.
I'm Centella.
That's fucking
I
it.
found a way out through
Unless
the
you
gate
did
of
some
Thorn,
wordplay.
but it's locked. So I told him about it, and instead of helping me escape, he locked me up. He wants to keep us all here forever, or until we're turned to gold. He's a monster. You have to let me go so we can kill him and take his key. I don't know. He said the gods are on his side because they don't want us to escape either.
Who did this to you?
Sentius, my adoptive father. Furies help me. I'll castrate and crucify him.
What has this got to do with fairies?
Behind me, there's an aqueduct tunnel bringing water from outside the city, so it should lead us outside. The only problem is it's barred by a heavy locked gate, and he has the only key. I'm going to take that key from around his neck, even if it means cutting his throat to get it. I'm done caring about the golden rule. I just want out. Help me, and we can escape together. There won't be enough time. Just you and me. What do you say?
Sorry if I let you go, everyone else is going to die. Yes. What if I round up everyone so they're ready to escape once the golden rule is broken? I'm letting you go, let's get out of here together. I mean, I do like the ultra's goal of getting everyone out.
There's no time. Wait.
He's here.
Did you hear that? He's here. Quick. You have to let me go. It's now or never.
I mean, I can just redo this real easy. Sorry if I let you go, everyone else is gonna die. If I'm letting you go, let's get out of here together. Alright, let's just see how it plays out.
No!
Taking beast heartless. This will prioritize the new quest showing a subjective marker's own. Okay, it's too dangerous. Let me see if I can persuade Sentius to let us go. If not harmless, just rational. Our escape is worth the lives of everyone here. I've changed my mind. I will let you go. Forget the others. Let's get out of here. Not harmless, just rational. Our escape is worth the lives of everyone else.
It's no use. You'll never persuade him of anything. I'm telling you, he's a monster. Please.
I need
You're
to try.
making a mistake.
I mean, you're right. There are no... Oh, there is a statue down here. There is a huntress. So I can't get away with things down here. So how did he fucking get away with this? Because he's just like, ooh, I sentence you to treason and hang in the dungeon. So of course he gets away with it. Going deeper. I do want to speak to Centaurus, but it's down here. Of course I hit the ground! Of course I hit the ground! Oh my god. Ah shit, what was my last save? Entering this area? No? Okay. On my own. Oh wait, I've been here. Where's the peeled dude? Whoops. Okay, huh. Alright. Sweet. Alright. Interesting. So that's how you get up without the key. Also, yeah. Good to know. But I have the key. Okay.
You're back.
Hold on,
What? I hate you.
Why is it not a goal?
You're back. What? It's no. You'll make.
Alright, there we go, now it's a goal. Okay. That. Okay. Find you. There's probably a faster way to get back, but... Oh! Yo.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Bitch, I know where your sister is.
Another one fresh out of the baths, I take it.
We're finally alone. We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, I must have Is that about right? If so...
What happened is she fucking kidnapped your own daughter.
Seems rather... Me? What are you talking about? You know, you remind me of him. Al Worth. The fellow who came through the portal before you. Come now. Surely you didn't think you were the only one here who remembered everything. You see, my connection to the portal somehow preserves my memories from one loop to the next. Whether that was Proserpina's intention or a happy accident, I'll never know. But I'm surprised you hadn't noticed. Here I was thinking you were a little bit sharper than Al was. Or perhaps you're just more willing to break the rules. He was a moralistic fellow, never once compromised on his principles. And because of that fatal flaw, he relived this day many thousands of times before we finally had this conversation. I watched him come through the portal each time, always a little older, a little more disheveled, a little more haunted. And when he finally saw the futility of it all, as you're about to, it broke him. He drank a jug of wine, tied a noose around his neck, and took his own life, just before he was shot with a golden arrow. The next time I awoke, you showed up, but you've caught up to where he was so quickly. I mean, you've lived through the day, what, less than 15 times? Impressive. And yet everything you've done has been in vain, because there's no escape. Except the path that Al took, the path he wrote about on his tablet. What was it? Ah, yes. Best to take your own life now. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, you're right. What can I do about it? Without breaking the golden rule? Possibly, evacuating the city?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because I have grown attached to all this. My title, my beautiful villa, the sun on my face, the music of birds chirping. And as long as this day keeps repeating itself, I get to enjoy it all, over and over again, for eternity. Don't you see?
No.
I have found a way to prolong my life indefinitely.
True.
To cheat death. I have become, in effect, as immortal as the gods. Can you honestly say you would not wish the same for yourself?
Only fools wish for immortality.
And why would I agree to that?
So the golden rule, as far as I can tell, is, it's really hard to kind of explain, because it's kind of, what do you deem is right or wrong? It's completely subjective to your own mind's eye, to your own thoughts and feelings. What could be the right thing to do might morally be the wrong thing to do, as in breaking a law. So by breaking this golden rule in this city, is the sinner, if someone sins, breaks the golden rule, everyone is punished, everyone dies, everyone turns to gold, which might happen very soon. Uprising on your hands, which an uprising would be a safe way to do it. And I can't just take it by force. I'd have to do a loophole.
You might want to think that through. If anyone so much as touches me, everyone dies.
Yes.
Oh, you and your pathetic morality. Nobody cares about your opinions or what happens where you're from. Least of all, me. Understand that to me, you've never been anything more than a useful idiot, and you're no longer useful. I certainly hope not. In fact, I want it to go on and on forever until you wither and die like Al did, and the gods send yet another useful idiot to extend my life for me. What are you going to do? Beg the gods for help? They don't care about you, and neither do I. Now, get out of my villa. I'm bored with you.
So, the person who is most likely to break the golden rule is himself. Because he wants to prolong his life. Wow. Okay, so I now only have two options. Listen to the voices of Prospina to escape. There's no way he's going to be able to hand over the key. And there's no way I'm going to be able to take it from him. And then the other one is speak to Pluto with the tablets. I wonder what I should do first. And of course he's standing here in the open now. Alright, it's still saying I can create a time box.
All
That's
weapons
quite
are to
an
be
impressive
tossed into
bow
the
you
chasm.
have there.
Magistrate's
Just
orders.
like Diana's.
Have you got anything new to say if I tell you
A
this
new
crap?
fate. See you again.
Because I'm like, even if I make Galerius the magistrate, there's no way Santius is going to hand over the key.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Because he's still going to break the golden rule, because he knows what he can do. Prospina was just sending me through to the catacombs.
All
to
weapons
the
are to be
system.
tossed into the chasm.
So that's not
Magistrate's
going
orders.
to help me at all. So I might just...
I
restore
hope
the
you're
time.
coping.
Or I could just release Centillion now and see what happens. But what she's gonna do is just go up to him and kill him.
You're back. Oh, thank you. Now follow. Wait. Did you hear that? He's here. He must be coming in through the door behind me. You distract him. Stay right here and keep him talking while I look for something I can use.
There's a statue in this room, so I can't just kill him here.
What did you do with Scintilla? Where is she?
As if I'll tell you, you can go, but you know.
So that is how it's going to be. Oh well, this doesn't change anything for me. So, you discovered my secret. So what? What are you going to do about
He
it?
didn't see this. Figure out he was going to break the rule, knowing I would fail every time. You know that there was way out, and even looked up your door to keep the secret. Why? You know there was a way out, even locked up your own door to keep the secret. Why are you going to die a painful death for this? I told you I was going to break you.
Of course. There's no way you could have succeeded. Every soul who has ever found themselves here has broken the golden rule eventually. It is inevitable. Man will always sin sooner or later. Any idiot could tell you this. But where others might see tragedy, I saw opportunity. As I told you the first time we met, I found a way to cheat death. By reliving the same day over and over again forever. And I will continue living long after your dust. Do you really think you can take on a Decurion with that flimsy little
It's
bird?
a golden bow, you dickhead.
Who? Scintilla? Where is she?
I'm right here, Father.
Oh shit!
The many shall suffer
I have his
for the
key.
sins
I can
of
open
the
the
one.
gate. Come on, we have to go. Hey, what's happening to you? That light, it's so bright.
Yeah. That's an ending. Because he was the one that was going to break the golden rule. And...
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. Really? That's strange. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina. Freed an imprisoned woman named Scintilla, who then murdered her captor, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said the attack caused golden statues to come alive, hunting down everyone in the city and turning them into gold. Apparently, the only person to survive was Scintilla, while the stranger disappeared in a flash of light.
Wait, that wasn't me. Yes, it was.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
When I first arrived during the present day, I found you corpsing from a news. Wow, just drop that on someone.
I'm sorry, come again?
Exactly.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
Different versions have changed the past.
I'm not following.
Yeah. I helped Scintilla kill the man who opened a time portal and drew you back in time, preventing him from ever...
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this?
Yes.
I guess you saved my life then, as well as helping that poor woman to escape. That's a lot to take in.
How do we get
Maybe we can escape through the same aqueduct Scintilla used, if we can find it.
I haven't got the bow. I just wanna say, okay. It's all grown over. Why'd you walk in the water? Maybe go on ahead.
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else is ever lured into this temple.
Good idea.
You go on ahead. I'll be there soon.
Yo, is Karen still here? Oh shit, she is.
You're back! But you're alone. Does that mean you didn't find Al? Oh, what a relief. Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there. Why don't you tell me what you discovered while we wait?
She's probably just gonna flat out refuse it. But I'm curious.
Ah, I see. I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead.
So what happens to me now, though?
Usually, when people do not remember how they died, it is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
I suppose not.
As you wish. You were murdered. You made a purchase in a marketplace, and the change you received was, by mistake, a single silver coin of ancient origin. You were seen inspecting it, and soon after, you were set upon by 2 thieves. The shopkeeper who had given you the coin saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was Al Worth. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's Opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here. Perhaps you have heard the tales of the Greeks and Romans burying their dead with a coin in their mouths to pay the ferryman for passage across the river.
Yeah.
Well, those stories contained a seed of truth, but not any coin would do. A long time ago, my master created 1,000 silver coins and had me distribute them across the world. My orders were simple. Whenever a person died in possession of a coin, I was to locate them and ferry them here. That is a question you would have to ask him, if that were still possible, in light of the path you have chosen. I am just his servant, doing his bidding. Only now, I find myself bereft of purpose. You see, the coins on you and Al were the last of the 1,000 in existence. There is nobody else to ferry here. Nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course. I see no point in keeping you here. But I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's so good to see you. You were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an event 2,000 years ago. Supposedly, the city was destroyed when a woman murdered a tyrant with the help of, well, my new friend here. I know how crazy that sounds.
Maybe not that crazy. That woman. I don't suppose her name was... Scintilla?
How could you... What?
She left a tablet of her own. I stumbled across it while I was waiting here.
Good save.
I think she meant for you to read it. Here, take a look.
I don't know what became of you, or if you'll ever read this, but I want you to know that I will never forget you, or what you did for me. It pains me that so many dear friends were not so fortunate. Ulpius, Sentia, Lucretia, Horatius, Galerius, poor Dooley, and the others. But please understand, their blood is on my hands, not yours. I will live with the consequences of my actions, and all I can do is move forward, trying to show others the same compassion you showed me. I promise you that saving my life will not be for nothing. Scintilla.
Sounds like you meant a lot to her. I'd love to hear your story, but first, you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Ending 2 of 4. Okay, so... ending on the Golden Rule break. I guess ending without breaking the Golden Rule. Maybe escaping with as many people as I can. And maybe talking to God of the Underworld. How many might have survived if you confronted the God of the Underworld? Yeah. Okay. Good game. Alrighty, let's try and get another ending. Let's see where continuing puts me. Okay. They just chucked me right here. Lord of Many, grant me an audience. Nurgle, the fierce one, grant me an audience. Osiris, Lord of Silence. Udo, Father, Riches. Any of them. Did you not like that? I guess here he's Pluto. In this one. Oh, okay. We're going back. So Pluto, then the Greek one, Hades. Yes, because that's Greek. This is Egyptian. Yeah. Osiris. And then Nobis. Excuse me? It was just aliens all along.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, God of the Underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You are unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
What's your story?
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know? It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful. Just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey.
Wonder what rules?
My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind. In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords. Desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive. No. Long ago I swore to Persephone that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that. This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. Ereshkigal to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and Proserpina to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal. Your gaze lingers too long.
Wow. There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was the Billy O.T. I forget the rest.
That is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many faces and goes by many names. Kumutabal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions. As you wish. It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago. That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet Proserpina saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough, and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarcely more than animals. We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you, without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting.
Wow.
There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader, Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Persephone. As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten. To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen at random. To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferryman. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persephone's along with it. It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the Epic of Gilgamesh, and his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning, and in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth. Of course, that is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing.
It's your best effort in trying to get humans to live peacefully for a year.
That is a story dating back to the very first wave. After the Sumerians finished building their city, the self-declared ruler threw a banquet to celebrate. Now this man was unmarried, and many women were vying to become his wife, a prestigious position of power and influence in a new world. Of all the women, 2 were particularly ambitious. Both were beautiful, and both arrived at the banquet wearing eye-catching dresses and painted faces. their hair woven in elaborate fashion. The first woman, recognizing that she would require an advantage to win the ruler's affection, draped herself in jewelry, ornate necklaces, bracelets, and rings fashioned from gold. Seeing this ostentatious display, the second woman grew envious, for she had no such jewelry at her disposal. She prayed aloud to any gods that would listen to cover her in gold, and when her prayer went unanswered, she took matters into her own hands. While the others indulged at the banquet, the second woman summoned the first for a discussion in a quiet place. She checked that nobody was watching, and pushed her rival from the top of the ziggurat, where she broke her neck on the rocks below. But I was watching, and I decided to answer her prayer. I took the golden bow left behind by Diana, and I shot that woman in the heart, covering her from head to toe in a layer of molten gold. And I left her to stand there, that she might serve as a grim reminder of what befalls those who sin in my domain. But that was not enough, for the entire city was tainted by her sin, and the wager could no longer be won. So I had no choice but to wipe the slate clean. I gilded them all, to make way for a new wave, and began the wager again. And to this day, each of them, and all who came after, line the halls of this city, inanimate but conscious, suspended in time with only their sight and hearing preserved, so they may bear witness to and lament the folly of your kind for eternity, as silent golden sentinels.
That's not fair to ask. You're responsible for destroying all these lives. They died.
I give your kind a second chance at life, as well as ample warning about my law. And when you disobey, and you always disobey, you force my hand, bringing terrible suffering upon yourselves. And so you ask if I am the one destroying your lives. And I say, no, you destroy yourselves. I am merely the means by which you do it. When my kin departed, they left behind many relics which I inherited. A consolation prize of sorts. The golden bow originally belonged to one of my kin, who the Romans called Diana. As my collection of golden statues grew, I chose the most ferocious among them, and equipped them each with a duplicate of her bow, and tasked them with hunting down the Forsaken at my behest. They became known simply as Furies.
Fairies.
I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added, treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and each one of you is born with the faculties required to apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not?
It doesn't seem like when I'm holding it. Imagine lying to a god. The principle's not as easy as it sounds. Yes.
For you, perhaps. I'm able to commune with all of the statues in the city. Their ears are my ears, and their eyes are my eyes. If she was still conscious, I suppose she could, but she's not. Why do you ask?
That's really sus. No reason.
Then what an odd question.
Yes.
Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example? I have seen no such thing, but in any case, taking one's own life is a self-directed act. It is not one that is done to others, however they may be.
He wouldn't have seen it in this loop.
Therefore, it cannot be said that one who commits suicide has done anything unto others. Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. A literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language. Supposing you're right, then my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want?
No, because no one committed suicide. No one committed suicide, so there's no point.
Then your desire to be right outweighs your desire to survive. You will make a fine statue.
Really? I just threatened a god. I mean, it's ending anyway because there's these out of ovals. A wooden bow's not going to do anything but a golden ball.
Do you really think you can wound me, a god, with that primitive weapon? How dare you threaten her? This ends now. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ah. Oh, I'm able to get back through. Oh, shit. Oh, it's loading. I thought I just died. Oh, that's not fair. Oh, fuck off. I can't go that way. Right. I have a crown. What the fuck does this mean? Okay. Interesting. I've got to go though. I'm going to end the stream here, and we'll continue this next stream. Fascinating. We've learned so much. Alright. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.
Today, Brand Power looks at why Strepsils is Australia's most trusted range of throat lozenges. In 4 flavours, regular Strepsils helps kill germs and soothe irritated throats. For a very sore throat, Dual Action Strepsils Plus gently numbs your throat and fights infection. For serious pain, ask your pharmacist about New Strepthin, a breakthrough in pain relief. It reduces the swelling that causes your pain. Choose the right Strepsils product for your sore throat at your supermarket or pharmacy. Brand Power, helping you buy better.